The story of Anjana and other stories, retold by Manjira Majumdar, narrated by Seetal Iyer. The story of Anjana and other stories. During the long hot summer vacation, little Ritu visited her grandmother who lived in a tiny hamlet in Bihar. Grandma, with her snowy white hair, lived in a small cottage surrounded by many fruit trees. All through the morning, Ritu played with Bhola, the gardener's young son who lived with his parents in the rooms close to the main house. Bhola's mother cooked for Grandma and cleaned her cottage. Grandma was growing older with each year of Ritu's visit, but her memory was as sharp as ever. She remembered all the stories from the great Indian epics, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. She enjoyed narrating these stories to the children who gathered around her in the evenings. Every so often, a monkey from the nearby forest would stray into the yard only to be chased away by all. Grandma alone offered it food, calling it Hanumanji or Lord Hanuman. Ritu already knew about Ram, Sita, Lakshman and Bharat from the Ramayana. She knew a bit about Hanuman, but not everything. She was curious to know more about this monkey god. There was even a small framed photo of him nestling in Grandma's altar amidst all the other gods and goddesses. "Please, Grandma, tell me more about Lord Hanuman," Ritu said eagerly. Grandma was only too happy to tell her all about Hanuman. Millions of years ago, all the gods and goddesses lived in this wonderful place called heaven. Heaven was indeed a very beautiful place, full of lakes and gardens, and those who lived there would never die. And even if they did, magic prayers and chants could bring them back to life. And then there was earth, continued Grandma, in which people like you and me lived. There were sages too, who lived in simple homes known as ashrams. They could visit heaven whenever they wanted to. They were also granted a special power by the gods and goddesses. This was known as the power of the word. These wise men could use the power of the word to curse anyone who annoyed them. Once uttered, a curse could never ever be taken back. Heaven was a place where visitors were welcomed warmly. They were fed delicious food and were entertained by celestial dancers. Sage Angira visited heaven once. A young woman named Punjikasthala, an attendant of Lord Brihaspati, was chosen to dance for him. The sage, however, was not interested in the dance as it disturbed his prayer. When the dance ended, Lord Indra asked Angira, "Did you enjoy the dance, most respected sage?" "I did not," retorted Angira, "for we are here to pray and not to enjoy dances." Indra was very hurt by the sage's words. The proud young dancer, Punjikasthala, wondered aloud how a man could not enjoy her dance. On hearing this, Angira was very, very angry. "Behold!" he thundered in front of all those who had gathered in heaven. "You will be born as a female monkey in the mountain forests on earth. This is my curse." A shocked silence fell upon the gathering. The dancer was in tears. She knelt down before the sage and begged him to forgive her. The sage was moved by her pleas, but he could not take back his curse. So he softened the curse. "A great devotee of the Almighty will be born to you. He will forever serve the Almighty. After the birth of the special child, you will be able to return to heaven." Punjikasthala now had to wait patiently for her time on earth. On earth, in the foothills of the mountains, were dense forests. In these lived monkeys who had their own kingdoms. Kunjar was the king of the monkeys. When Kunjar and his wife had a baby girl, no one except the gods and goddesses and the sages knew that this was Punjikasthala, reborn as Anjana or Anjani, the monkey princess. When Anjana grew up, she was married to Kapiraj Kesari of Mount Sumeru, but she continued to pray to be released from the curse. "You see," said Grandma, "she wanted to return
Sample complete. Ready to continue?